Welcome back to the Classroom module, where we'll focus on assessment. Let's head back over to Google Classroom to get started. Here in Google Classroom, we can create assignments for grades under the Classwork section. There are a number of ways to create assessments. Let's click on the Create button. We can ask our students questions, create quiz assignments using Google Forms, or use Google Drive or other files to create an assignment. Let's click on that. Let's create a writing assignment based on something we read in class. If we have a template from this assignment, we can upload it directly from Google Drive. Or we can create a template here under Google Docs. When uploading or creating a file, students have a number of options. We could allow them just to view the file. Perhaps it's something like a resource. Students can edit the file at the same time, so they'll all work on the same file. Or you can make a copy for each student. Let's choose that one for this assignment. Here on the right, we can choose to give this assignment to only certain students in the class, or all of them. We can also take this assignment and copy it across to different classrooms. Let's give it a due date. For organization, we can put it under a topic. Here at the bottom, we have a number of options for assessment. We can create a rubric, or we can even import one from Google Sheets. If we'd like to use this rubric for scoring, we just have to click the button. Hit Save. You could also go ahead and create your own. Let's use the scoring that we set up and hit Save. Not only can you use the rubric to help with grading, but students can use it to check their progress. Let's take a look at checking for plagiarism with originality reports. Schools using the Google Workplace for Education Fundamentals package will be able to use originality reports to check for plagiarism on 5 assignments per class. Schools have an opportunity to have unlimited originality reports under the Teaching and Learning Upgrade or the Google Workspace for Education Plus editions. Let's go ahead and use one of these to check for plagiarism on this assignment. When you're done creating your assignment, you can choose to launch this assignment on a scheduled date or time, or I can save this in my drafts to work on later. I think we're ready to go, so I'll go ahead and assign this to my students. You can see at a glance that this has been assigned to the 3 students in my class and no one has turned it in. At any time, we can view the assignment by clicking here. We can see the 3 students in our class, and I can come up here to Instructions to view the assignment. I can use the class comments to comment to my students on this particular assignment. My students can also use it to ask questions. Let's look at the student view. This is what the students see when they open the assignment. They see the rubric at a glance. They can use this space to ask class comments. Class comments can be seen by everyone in the class. Students can also come here to add a private comment to me as a teacher. Because we've added originality reports to this assignment, students have an opportunity to compare their paper to existing text on the web. When a student has finished their assignment, they just need to click Hand In. Here in the teacher view, I will get a notification that we have had a student hand in work. I can click on that and see that JJ has turned in his work. I can open his work by clicking on here. You'll see here, this is like having Google Docs embedded into Google Classroom. I have access to all the tools, including commenting. So I can select text and add comments. I can also mark this assignment using the rubric we created. And lastly, we can see here that our originality reports has flagged some passages. Let's take a look. We can see that some passages have matched other passages on the web. It looks like we have a plagiarism issue here. I can close this originality report and change the grade to 0. Then I can leave a private comment and send it to the student so only they see it. When a student submits a document, the ownership of the document is transferred over to the teacher. When we're done grading, we can return that ownership back to the student by clicking on the Return button. After you return the student's work, it's listed under here under Marked, and we can see that we're waiting on 2 more students. We can click here under Marks to see the student progress. As you start to build more assignments in your classroom, this page will fill up. Here's an example of an existing class. We can see at a glance what students have missing work, and also what the class average is per assignment. Google Classroom is a great way to keep your assignments and your grading organized.